Who was that? It was me! Maya, is something wrong? Do you need to use the facility? I think she can hold it. No, I do not. Not a heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? Okay, so she's going to get kicked out of the court room, and I'm going to be allowed to stay? Hopefully this doesn't impact me. I guess, yeah, I mean, this is all scripted. This isn't gonna impact me. We're all fine. She's gonna get kicked out, probably. Right? Yeah, it's literally just about to happen. I should just continue. Stop trying to figure out what's, like, going to happen within, like, 3 lines of dialogue. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No. This is where Maya says hold it again? Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I want to say no. I don't know. It's actually true. But I'm gonna say no, because, like, saying right just seems wrong. Right? Wrong! What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! 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 You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Comma, but I cannot. Yay, he has a spine. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Wait, arrest? Is that a thing in contempt of court? I guess it is. I mean, the game is saying it is, so I have to believe it is. Because it knows more than me. Do people... Is it really something you can get arrested over? I thought you just got kicked out. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Huh. I mean, yeah, we've been in trial, so it's just... She hasn't introduced herself to the courtroom. I don't know. Yeah, fine. It's fine. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. See, that's actually... Like, she's not doing anything for me. She's just giving me the opportunity. And that's something I like. I can get that. I can mesh with that, or whatever. I don't know what the best term for it would be, but I like that better than what's been happening for the entire rest of the game. Maya. And we're on our own now! I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. You better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Oh. 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 Okay, well, I gotta present the photo here, or I press. Present the photo. Press. Well, press is gonna be optional dialogue. If it isn't, like, present the photo is the obvious answer. If press isn't the right answer, then it's optional dialogue. And I resolved to get optional dialogue. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign... Excuse me? Well, I might have to reconsider my stance on the optional dialogue now. That's it? No, it's this one. Okay. Gotcha. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? I would know I had to pay for it. Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat, and if you charged me that much, it better have been professional, high-quality film. Just saying. Okay. Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. What? What? Think you should get penalized for this? Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart? What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Mr. Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. And anything past here is something he hasn't planned. Which is good for us. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I was finished setting up my camera to go back in the car, still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out of the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. Okay, wait. They help you see farther, but did they cut through fog? Like, it would just... You would have to have something that moves the fog out of the way to clear up the vision. You can't just... That's not how binoculars work. Right? Yes, problem. Obvious problem. Used binoculars. Oh, very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. Yeah, hasty yank tabs never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that. Wow. Nobody loves me. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. It's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars! Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? Well, I mean, binoculars are just like double telescopes. They work just as fine, right? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Is that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright? Is the camera really relevant to this case? I'm gonna argue that it is. You may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes, I do. Right? I mean, okay, I haven't gotten all of the optional dialogue, but I feel like saying the wrong answer is gonna get me penalized here. So I gotta press further. I believe I have to press further, because it's obviously not a meteor shower camera. Or at least not the way that it's set up now. I'm doing it. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Okay. Obviously, I present the picture here, right? Because it's pointed at the lake. Do I want to shoot for the optional dialogue? I heard that noise out of the lake. I looked at the dock. Okay, there's only one line after it. Yeah, I'm gonna... hopefully it won't penalize me for reading this. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? Well, what do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through the fog. But you say you clearly saw him? Yeah, I did, yeah. Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Tormic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Okay. Oh. I went past it. Okay, wait, this specifically says faces the lake. But I could also... Wait, which is it? I could present the picture that shows that the camera faces the lake, or I could present the camera which... You know what, okay, no, that's the reason they put it in the description, right? Cause this is what I'm supposed to use it for. They put it that faces the lake in the description of Lotta's camera because I'm supposed to use it here. And so I'm supposed to use that and not this, or maybe they both work, honestly. That's a possibility. But I feel like this is the safer one because it does have that in the description, and that would be the reason why they put that in the description. Also, the music stopped. You were photographing, shooting, photographing. Yeah, I don't know. That would just sound a bit weird to me for some reason. Shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the star, Miss Hart. Stars. I didn't pluralize it for some reason. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well, then exactly what was she photographing? Well, the lake. Oh wait, well, what was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Alright, I think this is where I pull out this. Like, I can't prove it. Yeah, okay, she wasn't trying to camp Murder. Okay, the question is very specifically, what was she trying to photograph? Right, it's not what was the camera pointed at. The camera was pointed at the lake. The question is, what was she trying to photograph? And then that would be, I'm guessing, Goody. Miss Hart? This is what you were trying to photograph. Oh, what's this? A newspaper article? Goody? Ah, the sighting at Good Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was around at the lake trying to photograph Goody. Oh, it's this. It's set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected. Right? Or do I present this, which says that I just presented this. It would be this, right? Yeah, I have proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. Was I joking around last time? The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Okay, good. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, when taken when a gun fired onto the lake. And here, this article about Goody. According to this article, Goody made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Goody, weren't you? That's why you had set up your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping here to try and take a picture of Goody, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Goody. You got me. So what? Huh? I don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who believes monsters exist. Hey! But, as she so succinctly? Yeah, succinctly. Yeah, sorry. I know that word. I blanked on it for a second because it's a weird word. But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Goody for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Goody from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine, I'll testify. Won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to. And I'm going to spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping down by the lake. It's for all I was hiding. Oh, when I heard the bang, I looked right straight at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched about the whole time. I saw a flash, knew one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat, the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Although she is a research student or a photographer, it has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why, was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself, so you must have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first. Hahaha, very funny. You understand that this is your last chance to cross-examine... Why? Like, if it reveals something new, why would this be my last chance? If it reveals something new, then obviously I get more chances, right? So everyone has been my last chance, because if I hadn't revealed something new in any of them, then they would have been my last chance. It's just redundant. If there's no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. Which is the rule of every time. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. I keep changing my judge voice. Actually, I'm not... Yeah, okay. Then what matter of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and you sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO. It took me a sec. I read the word and just... You know, an unidentified flying object? A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Goody really all that newsworthy? Yeah, they even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of her in the newspaper. For real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. Thorough. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. Okay, wait. I could object to that statement, because I happen to know that it was triggered after that night, when I set off the party poppers and it triggered like 24 times. I probably shouldn't bring that up, though. Wait a minute. How come our party poppers set it off like 100 times? I've just like stepped up from 24 to 100, but like, okay. Gunshot sets it off once. Which, wait a minute, did she say there were 2 gunshots? They've been saying there were 2 gunshots, there should be another photo. I mean, granted, it's probably like the same. Cause, what, they took place moments apart? But we should have it. But yeah, the gunshot rings out, thing takes 1 photo. Party popper goes off, it takes like a bunch. Why? What's the deal with that? That's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. If word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah! Second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to the case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. Because he literally admitted to it a minute ago. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say before, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. Wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. And I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Oh, whoa. I was just skipping through stuff. I forgot that I was into... There wasn't much else to look at? Yeah. I don't know. If she would have banged and she's let Goody was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What do I do now? Why are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Okay, well, let's press this last statement, because it doesn't seem to be penalizing them. Was there nothing on the lake but that boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. Lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore either. I'm gonna find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. Okay. Probably this, the fact that she would have been looking for the monster and not, like, caring about the boat. Oh, this button. Music stopped. Miss Hart? Were you really looking at that boat? Well, what's with you? Of course I was looking at it. What's the only thing out there? Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. Wait, what? You don't want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Goody. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Goody, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Goody, and that's what you were doing. Well... now that you don't mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Goody might be out there and all. Miss Hart? Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Yeah, sorry, y'all. I wasn't fearing, really. It was just... I thought I could be, you know, a witness to a murder and all. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat until now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who's shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness, that's enough. No, it's not. It's not enough. You had a long day. Excuse me? Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. You really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality amount, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. Let's see. Object to the 1 foothold. Object to take advantage of the 1 foothold we have, and risk Edgeworth getting sent to prison. Wait. And it happens for sure. Very difficult decision here. I don't know. What do you guys think? No, I'm just. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? Okay, so he's admitted to telling the witness not to talk about specific things. He's practically just admitted to hiding evidence. Is he gonna... Okay, so chat thinks I should let him go to jail. Wow. Wow. I mean, okay, granted, it's just one person I have in chat. Hello, Sarah. But, like, seriously. You're not the one who told me to show. You're the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Yeah, okay, so he's practically admitted to hiding evidence. He's definitely admitted to telling the witness not to say things. Is he going to suffer 0 repercussions for this? What's the meaning of this, Von Karma? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Okay, I would have had the judge say on what grounds? But, I mean, yeah, sure. It is, yeah. Just to watch him flounder somewhere, but... I don't know, that might give him enough traction. I wouldn't have... Oh, no. Never mind. Von Karma's too scary to allow him any ground. We still cannot see who is firing and... Wait a minute! Right hand! We got it! We still could not see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Have her now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That is why I requested she not show it. Okay, so that would have been his grounds. It's a waste of our time. Well, yeah. Too bad it isn't. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I've stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. And I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I... Okay, wait, are we objecting to the enlargement's, like, presentation, or are we... I want to show evidence, and I want to show the gun with the fingerprints on it, I believe. I don't want to object to the enlargement, because that kind of makes it sound like I'm objecting to its existence. Like, objecting to the enlargement, which is... The enlargement is fine. It shows exactly what I want it to. More or less. Emergency is just ridiculous, no. Wait, Your Honor, this evidence... I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad, real bad. Okay, I guess I'm objecting to something in the enlargement, but let's like... I'm not objecting to it. I'm objecting to the conclusions drawn from it. Or I'm using it to object... I'm using it as evidence to object to a conclusion that is drawn separately from it. I'm not objecting to it. That's weird phrasing. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Ridiculous. Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what is strange about this photo. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence this left hand contradicts. Wow, okay. This left hand contradicts. In case it was too subtle before. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? I mean, we're not going with Larry, as much as I might like it to be him. I guess we gotta go for Edgeworth's theory thing. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! So you saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor, I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. I guess that makes sense. The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. Is there space for that on those boats? A meter? That's... No, you're confusing meters and yards. It's approximate, but like... There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Mr. Von Kammer, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see? I see. Von Kammer with the updated autopsy report. Wonder where Edgeworth got that from. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Whew, that was a close one. Hey! Don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but... what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh. Right? What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That is all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Landa's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, but the only part of her testimony that said was the bang she heard. I heard 2 sounds, like gunshots, just after midnight on the 25th. So just after the midnight of the 24th on the 25th. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, obviously, but, like... Okay. Ask me if I want to save? Or just automatically save? That was 2. Save your progress up to this point, I'll double save over it. Oh, wait. Okay, day 2 investigation. Oh wait, no, I'm not continuing yet. That's a pretty good place for us to stop. Alright, next time... Okay, so I did the thing again where I just go through the breakpoint instead of, like, having a specific point where I want to cut off the episode and start it back up again. I feel like that's going to allow me to more naturally flow. Because, like, those were always really awkward for me. But so we finished the trial, we're going on to more investigating. And hopefully we'll get to talk to second witness, or at least see the guy.